Well, we're back again on the 4th of May and I'm out with Tim. This is a field called College and Parks. We're putting some variable rate liquid fertiliser on. It's fairly good conditions for liquid fertiliser in that the crop is actually still quite wet, so the actual liquid fertiliser, instead of sticking to the leaves, which can cause sort of scorch, is actually being washed off and kind of running straight down the ground, really. A little brown hair just running off there. So the sprayer itself, it's running on GPS, so it's got sort of auto contouring and auto section control. So as you see Tim turn in here, and as he goes down the field, the automatic sectional control should switch on from the far end of the right hand side of the sprayer, and that will come along through this section here right the way to the end. The field is it's a feed wheat, it's Invicta, and it's going to get in total about 220 kilos of nitrogen. This is the final dose, so it's about 80 kilos going on here, and we've been sort of holding off with all the wet weather, not wanting to risk any kind of environmental problems with it, but the crop's really looking to be fed now before it grows on into sort of growth stage 30, 32 and beyond. So actually the travelling is going fairly nicely along here now. So that's what we're doing at the moment. This is all being applied using variable rate technology, so satellite imagery looking at the kind of the leaf area index, basically how green the field is, and then from there the software works out fertiliser rates depending on the leaf area index and what we're actually trying to put on. So it'll be getting anywhere between 100, I think actually it's 95 and 65 kilos of nitrogen. So the most forward bits will get a bit less, and the backward bits will get a bit more to keep it pushing along. There's a bit of brassica weed just on the headland here. Managed to sneak out and spray that the other day. That's just working quite nicely. And then along the end of here we've got a cultivated margin for arable wildflowers. So we've got a little bit of sun spurge there. There's a few cleavers, a few pansies in there, and there'll be some poppies. And I'll probably come up here a bit later on in the year, in June, when this is out, and hopefully there'll be some really nice wildflowers producing plenty of pollen and nectar for there's a bit of fumitory there. Look, that's really good, especially if you're a one of the turtle doves. That's a very important source of food as you come across your migration. There's a big poppy there that's growing, so this should be really nice right by the side of a footpath here, and just interesting to see. As part of the countryside code, you have to keep your dogs under close control. I see one dog is, not quite sure about the other two, but we'll just keep an eye and see what happens, really. All entertaining stuff. Anyway, back to farming. So here's Tim. He's coming back up the field now, and you can just see the booms. They're just starting to auto contour a little bit now, so that they raise themselves up, trying to oh, and here comes a brown hare. Look, just down this tram line. Here it comes. Oh, it's just gone down. Somebody's getting a bit cross with their dog. But yeah, so that's what's going on. Liquid nitrogen, and it's not travelling too bad considering how much rain we've actually had. I don't think I mentioned it's spraying at 36 metres or spreading. Yeah, dog's in trouble now. I might be in trouble as well if I don't get out of the way. There we go. So this should be a good example of the auto sectional control. Look, there it is. That's coming on. There's the next one. There's half the boom, and that should carry on. And then you can see the auto contour as well. That's with a NORAC system, which works really well. Just got to be a little bit careful if you want it to change too much too quickly.